as promised, we are here at 6:30 to discuss how writing is used as a creative therapy. And we are going to be having a discussion with our guests on various aspects of writing, how it can help one handle emotion, deal with change, how it can help process various feelings that they go through today in the kind of world which we live, which is very dynamic, where things are changing very fast. Writing can bring a lot of solace to you, a lot of peace to you. It can help you grow. And the best part is it takes nothing, just a pen and a paper or a laptop or your phone, and you can just pen down your feelings and let it all out and feel so light in the head. And it slowly, transforms into a talent or a hobby, and it becomes a part of you. So I have got Major Suman Bazad, who is a very established corporate trainer. She's an Indian Army veteran, and ma'am is also an MPhil in guidance and counseling. She is an image coach. She coaches people on people skills,
I
and
think
she will be,
Samyata is facing a technical problem. Voice is breaking.
she will be conducting the session along with me. And so I'll hand over the thing to ma'am to introduce our guests.
Samyata, I can't hear you.
Ma'am, could you introduce our guests? I think there's a network issue.
Yeah, back.
So am I audible now? Is it better?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So as I was saying that, writing can bring in a lot of peace. It can help you grow. It can transform you as a person. I mean, you can start writing your feelings and expressions, but very soon it becomes a part of you. And to conduct this session, I have Major Suman Bazad with me, who's a well-established corporate trainer. And ma'am is an Indian Army veteran, and she is an image coach. She has done MPhil in guidance and counseling, and she trains people on life skills and people skills. So, ma'am, I'll now hand over to you to introduce our guests.
Thank you, Samyata. Thank you so much. So I introduce Reshma. Reshma, I know her very well. So we both are in Pune. Reshma is a very, she's an author and she has written Humming of the Heart. And today she will tell us about it. And she is a communication coach. And Reshma,
yes.
Today being Father's Day, I request, I think you have something for us.
Yeah, there's a poem on Dearest Daddy. On this Father's Day, I would like to recite it to all the audience.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we go. So Dearest Daddy is dedicated to my father and all the fathers across the globe. And father being the person in the family who makes our world a better place. He is a small little world. Now it's audible?
Yeah, now you're audible.
So here it goes. Daddy is my small little world. Hearing this makes my world swirl. Times have passed beneath his care. Every instance of life with him I share. He held my hand and taught me to walk. Efforts he made me to teach me talk. Stories he told beneath the sky. Winning spirit I found in thy. World was beautiful from his eyes. Every rising sun held a surprise. When I didn't speak about my worries, he understood and solved all queries. He gently cared and loved us all, yet was strict when situations gave a call. Like a coconut, Daddy, you are. Tough yet soft and sweet, holding an infinite power. I look the pulse you taught, making me rise above zero. Give more than what you get. I have learned for never to forget. I saw you like flowing breeze and river, yet also like an ocean which never shakes or shiver. To maintain a smile during each up and down, I imbibed all your traits in life's crown. You made me rise whenever I fell, motivated and directed how to dwell. All times you have struggled, making our lives happy and a little less puzzled. You have corrected me everywhere. This is the reason I rise to dare. Words are few to describe you, Daddy. You are my world and my best buddy. A unique sweet bond you share with me, letting me whatever I wish to do and be. Being your daughter, I cherish every day. Your support gives me wings to smile and celebrate every day. Cheers. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank
that was a
you.
beautiful poem. Seriously.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you share it with your father today?
Oh, yes.
Oh, lovely. That's lovely. So, Reshma, did you write it today or it was written somewhere?
No, it's from my childhood days and it's in the book Hummings of the Heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely, lovely, lovely.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Reshma,
Yeah.
what do you feel like? Is this the right tool to express, or
Mm-hmm.
so how you take it? Like writing down, penning down your emotions, how it helps you?
So, writing comes really naturally to me, and I think when I express myself, I want to express myself. Writing becomes the best medium. When you just pour on paper, you just need, as Samita said, that you just need a pen and paper, and you have your feelings intact inside of you, and you just flow like water. That's how writing has been for me since my high school days. I have picked this up naturally, and I have been with it so far.
तो आप बैठ के सोच के लिखते हो या जस्ट कभी मन करता है तो लिख देते हो?
नहीं, सोच के नहीं. I am a feeling person, I think, and more of a person who just feels and connects with the thoughts, and I just pour it on paper.
Okay, so
And
जब
poetry
आपके
comes
emotions
naturally.
और emotions and feelings आते हैं, then आप उसको write down कर देते हैं.
बिल्कुल. जो इमोशन आपका अंदर होता है उसी को आपको बाहर लाना है, एंड पोएट्री एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत सा जरिया है जिसके थ्रू जिसकी वजह से आप अच्छा कुछ कह सकते हो. एंड आई फील लाइफ इटसेल्फ इज अ ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग एंड देयर इज रिदम इन एवरीथिंग. सो ये जो रिदम है वो बांध लेती है उन सारे थॉट्स को, इमोशंस को, फीलिंग्स को, एंड वो बहता है.
तो ये बहुत अच्छा जरिया है, आप कह रहे हैं, अपनी इमोशंस एंड फीलिंग को बाहर लाने के लिए,
बाहर लाने के लिए. Definitely.
So nice.
Even if you don't feel like, see, sometimes people keep their poetries and prose to themselves, and it's okay. It's just that if you feel like connecting to yourself, this is the best medium wherein if you want to introspect at a later stage, you can just fall back. और आप देख सकते हैं कि आपने क्या लिखा था और आप कैसे थे, आप अपना खुद का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन देखते हैं.
So it is actually treasure of memories also.
It's a treasure of memories also. यादों का पिटारा.
Yes. So Samita, now you can take over.
Yeah, so I would like to introduce Tanushi and Prachi, who are also here as guests. So Tanushi dons many caps. She's an army wife, mother of two. She participates in welfare activities in the army, and she's a civil engineer with masters in structural engineering structures, and she is a poet. She has written a book. She has, in fact, she's been published in 2 books earlier, and she has 1 book of her own, which she'll tell you more about. And her passion is, I've seen as a person, I mean, I know her from many years now, and she's got 2 passions. One is being a civil engineer, structures. She's a consultant, structural consultant. And another one is poetry. And she has seen a lot of growth. I mean, it's something which has given a lot of happiness and a lot of
So Samita, one myth is broken. Structured people can't write, you know?
Yes. So that's why we're having this session, you know, that it is a thing which is open to all. And Tanu is a live example. And on the other end, I've got Sconida Prachi Sareen, who's just very recently completed her engagement with the Air Force. And she is transitioning from uniform to corporate. She is an IMA alumni, and she is an avid blogger. And she has such clarity and such flow in her thoughts, you know. Reading her, it just gives you a lot of pleasure, and at times you can resonate very clearly with it. So you see 2 people who are into a very structured and regimented environment, how they actually flow on paper when it comes to writing. So my first question is to Prachi. Prachi, you know, you are in ex-Fauji and being in a very structured and regimented environment, you know, how did writing come to you? You know, how did it get triggered? What triggered your writing, your passion for writing?
Yeah, hi Soumita. Yeah, you're right. I've been in the Indian Air Force for the last 10 years, and it is a very structured environment. Any armed forces organization is actually a very structured environment, and we are taught a chain of command and a pattern of flow, and they're laid down policies and regulations that we need to follow. But for me, in my head, writing is of two types. So one is an internal dialogue, which one can have with oneself, and you can put pen to paper with an internal dialogue and not publish it anywhere. So for me, that type of writing began when I was a teenager. So that is something, whether it was through the medium of writing a diary or letter to my own self, and that was a very good therapy and a medium to make myself feel light. So that is something I've been doing since my teenage. But what you're talking about is the fact that we can write something and actually publish it on a public domain. That is something which I have started doing very recently, I mean, a few months ago. So that was a time when I thought that I should probably, I have a thought and I want to express it, and I want to go on a social media, or I want people to read my thought process and the way I want to express it. So that is something which has been very recent in my journey of writing.
So Prachi, as you mentioned, like it's an internal dialogue, and I think you said you started as a teenager.
Yes, as a teenager, yes.
So why don't you help our viewers about this? कि ये इंटरनल डायलॉग क्या है? क्या आप जब बहुत परेशान होते हैं, जब आप किसी से कुछ शेयर नहीं कर पाते, तो आप मैं किससे बोलूं, मैं किससे कहूं, मैं बहुत परेशान हूं, तो क्या ये उसमें आपकी बहुत मदद करता है? क्या ये आपको हेल्प करता है?
यस एब्सोल्युटली एक बार अगर ये इंसान करके देखे, जब भी आप किसी बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग इमोशन से गुजर रहे हो, and you take it up that let's say we don't have a friend from whom we can do a heart to heart at that point in time. एक बार अगर इंसान लिख के देखे,
हाँ प्राची, और कई बार ऐसा होता है कि आप किसी से भी नहीं कहना चाहते, इट्स योर सीक्रेट ऑफ लाइफ,
ट्रू,
तो आप उसको लिख सकते हैं, आप अपने इमोशंस को बाहर ला सकते हैं, और आई थिंक आप उससे एक तरह से थोड़ा सा छुटकारा पा सकते हैं.
Absolutely. The lightness you feel after you have penned down your emotions. True. And it can be extreme sadness or extreme happiness at times, or it can be any strong emotion. Yeah. If you just write it on a paper, एक तो बहुत clarity of thought आती है life में. Like you will suddenly be able to segregate your thoughts when you start writing them on a paper. Yes. And you also feel light once you start venting out by writing on a paper things you cannot tell anyone, but you want to vent out.
And the good part, Prachi, you need not to share also.
Yeah, you need not to share.
Yeah.
So in a way, writing becomes your best friend, especially at that teenage, or maybe even the older selves that we are now. Writing is sort of a best friend that we can maybe not have otherwise.
So you can say pen and paper is your best friend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right? Yes.
Soumyata, anything would you like to ask?
Yeah, I mean, I want to ask Tanu about her journey of writing. Tanushi, you've been writing for some time now, and you have a book to your credit too, and so tell me, how did it start for you, and where did it come from, and how suddenly
So I always loved writing. I think back in school I used to keep a journal, but I never thought I'll get into poetry full time. So in 2016, after my daughter was born, I took a break from work. I decided to take a break. I thought I'll get back after a year or two. But that break was very difficult for me. I was not able to just sit at home and do nothing. And I guess motherhood gets challenging when suddenly your life changes. So in whatever was going around at that moment of time, plus all those memories and all those the thoughts that I had in my formative years, that is school, college, I had so much inside me. I realize now that I needed to pour it out somewhere, and I started doing it by chance. This all happened by chance. I found a very good platform on Facebook called as Poetry Planet. Now, this platform is a global platform. It has some 30,000 plus growing members. And the founder of this Facebook community, Poetry Planet, it's like a study group. What the founder of this planet is, she's a Philippine lady called Lovely Garcia. What she does is she gives poetry challenges, poetry contests. She'll give a photograph, or she'll give a painting, or she'll give a word, and she'll give a word prompt. Ki is pe likho. So that was motivating. I found this on Facebook randomly, and it has changed my life, literally, that Facebook community, because that's how I learned how to write. I learned on my own. So for 1 year, I wrote every day in that community, and I used to participate every day in whatever challenges she used to give, and that's how I gained confidence. And I wrote so much that finally I decided to open up my own Facebook page to just put all my thoughts and keep writing poetry and share it with. That confidence to share, of course, came much later. First, I used to just first one year, I think I just learned how to write, and I gained confidence through my that Lovely Garcia became a good friend. She's a publisher also. She in fact published 2 of my books. After she saw my writing, she gave me confidence that you're good, and you should continue. And in fact, the first two books were published by her. Those are 2 international publications, because she's a Philippine lady. She published it in her own publication house, and that's how our poetry became
Okay,
part of.
Tanu,
Yeah, that's how.
Tanu, since you have touched the right chord in the professional woman, that transition phase comes from professionalism to motherhood, right?
Yes.
So it's I would say it comes in everybody's life, working women.
Yes.
So how writing help you to transition, take your emotions? I understand, and we all understand, the viewers who are watching a working professional woman, सबकी ये लाइफ में, प्रोफेशनल लाइफ से जो ट्रांजिशन आता है मदरहुड, बिकॉज यू कैन नॉट अवॉइड इट, इट्स सो नेचुरल, बट दैट प्रोफेशन से सीधा मदरहुड, एंड देन यू आर होम मेकर फॉर फ्यू टाइम, एंड so much of emotions, and so actually it becomes an identity crisis that time. So आप बताएंगे कि how this writing help you to overcome those emotions?
Initially, I think I was just venting out. I found a good platform where there were nice topics given where I could just write. Then as I graduated from writing for Poetry Planet to writing for myself, that's when I think I improved. Because then I started thinking, मैं आज क्या सोच रही हूँ, मेरे दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है, आज मुझे क्या मन कर रहा है बोलने का, लिखने का, and then I used to just pen down my thoughts. And I have realized that when you pen down, as Prachi very nicely said, it makes you feel lighter. There is so much clarity in your mind suddenly, and it has actually been therapy for me. Like I think I'm an example of how much poetry can actually help a person grow, mentally. I'm talking about mentally.
So Tanu, आप ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि when you write, it's not only getting lighter, but it's also a kind of self-awareness is coming to you.
Self-awareness. You get to know yourself. There are things sometimes I think you don't process about your own thoughts. You don't process your thoughts. You don't understand what's going on inside your mind. But I think if you write about your emotion, you kind of understand yourself so much better. I think I've understood myself and what I was when I was a child a lot better now, since I've processed all those thoughts and I've written everything down. So
what kind of change you feel in you now from then to now?
I think a lot of that complex, that feeling of I'm not good enough, and there's something lacking in me, that has gone. It has completely gone. I'm at peace with myself, and that's a huge change, because I feel I was not at peace with my own self. Like I had not accepted myself properly. I had not accepted my flaws, my problems, my whoever I am. Everybody has flaws, so you kind of just have to accept whoever you are. And I think writing helps you do that. Writing helps you process your thoughts, come to peace with whatever you are, however you are. Acceptance, as you can call it, acceptance happens. It can happen through poetry, through writing anything. I think not just poetry.
And
Tanu,
you're the best example, Samrita. She's the best example.
yeah.
Like engineering is nothing to do with writing.
No.
So,
I still love designing buildings. That's another part of me, I think. But this part is very important also. Personally, I will never want to leave poetry. I want to hang on to it as much as possible. Though I'll get back to full-time working in some time now.
Okay, Samrita,
coming just like you said that. I mean, I would like to like my question to Prachi is that Prachi, you think it is necessary to have a background in writing, or you need to know writing, or it has to come to you very naturally for you to use it as a therapeutic tool, so like you need to be qualified enough to write, or you need to have a literature background. So what do you think about that?
Samrita, I think that what is required is an inclination. So I definitely don't think that you need to be qualified in any way to start writing. Yes, of course, if you're thinking of becoming a professional author, then that's a different ballgame altogether. But if you want to get into writing at a basic level, I think what you require is an inclination to write and to experience writing, once to feel the sense of achievement that you feel after writing, to process your thoughts and the willingness to actually pen them down. That is the key. Otherwise, I think there is no ceiling to what kind of people would write and what kind won't. Because see, even if you talk about creativeness, creativity has many honors. So if you want to be creative as a painter, yes, you need a skill. But if you want to be creative as a writer, yes, as an accomplished writer, you would need a qualification, you would need certain, vocabulary standards and how to form a sentence and all those things. But if you're writing for yourself, all the more, it's casual. If you're writing on a social media platform, you get better as in how you start doing it. So I think there's no ceiling to that. There's just an inclination that's required.
तो आपको नहीं लगता कि एक स्पेसिफिक जेंडर अट्रैक्ट होता है राइटिंग की तरफ, या स्पेसिफिक टाइप के लोग ही अट्रैक्ट होते हैं? मतलब इट इज अ टैलेंट व्हिच कैन बी नर्चर्ड, और it's a activity rather. I will not say talent in this aspect because हम इसको एक therapeutic tool की तरह डिस्कस कर रहे हैं.
So Samrita, you can say you can develop as a habit
which can be developed by anybody. कोई भी इसको pick up कर सकता है.
Yes, absolutely. Pehle, to I'll talk about the gender part. I had this inhibition few years ago that genres are divided between what kind of stuff a male would write and what kind of stuff would a female, would want to write. But often I've realized that there is no such, embargo anymore. Yeah, it's a therapy for both genders. It's a sense of achievement for both genders when they pen down what they want to pen down. Like, I'm a big fan of this poet online. He's known by the name of Atticus. He writes amazing romantic poetry. Something I thought a man wouldn't. And then at the same time, there are female poets I'm a big fan of who are amazing at romantic poetry. So these embargoes, gender-based, are no longer in my head. And I don't think they exist. And as far as a set of people are concerned, I think that, yes, if you're creative, and if you have been an avid reader, and if you have been into writing, you will definitely take up writing as a therapy. If you have been, never towards these things in your life, then it would take a little bit of, there would be inertia. There would be some pushing to yourself that you would require to do if you want to experience how it is to pen down your thoughts.
So, Reshma, I mean, tell us about your book, Hummings of the Heart, and how did you, कैसे आपने poetry start करी, and how did you just suddenly write a book, and कैसे ये process कैसे हुआ आपका पूरा?
Okay, so Hummings of the Heart is a collection of poetry since the childhood days. So starting days probably from my high school times to today, I'm writing. And I remember those days in engineering when I used to sit back and a seminar is going to happen, and you know you're anxious how it's going to go, and then still poetry is coming to you in that anxiety phase, and I used to pen it down in the back of the journal. So yeah, that was fun also at times, because it actually brought anxiety down, indulgent and relaxed me. So definitely it was therapeutic at that time, though unknowingly. Now I'm conscious about the way I write, why I'm writing. At that time, it was definitely subconsciously happening. And Hummings of the Heart was an amalgamation of all those events of life which happened. Being a Fauji kid, you are brought in a various environment. You see a lot happening happening everywhere. You are surrounded with pleasant nature. And I used to just feel it and scribble it down in forms of poem, and it was a beautiful journey altogether. So all these experiences were nurtured, and the collection became Hummings of the Heart. Now why hummings? Because there's a constant voice going on inside of us all the time, which speaks to us and is trying to pop out of us. So sometimes it's with people, sometimes it can be a form in the way wherein you take a paper and just scribble it down. And these are the constant hums which generate inside of a human, come in the form of, it takes the form of a poem or art or something else. So for me, Hummings of the Heart is something which came down with the experiences of life, with feelings. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. So Reshma, just tell us how writing evolves a person personally as well as professionally.
Okay. So writing, I would suggest, brings you back to yourself. So we were talking about self-awareness, and I would extend it a little bit to mindfulness, wherein what we are experiencing, if we write it down, if we are able to put it down on paper, sometime when we look at hindsight, when we look back, we also get to introspect a lot. And this brings a lot of awareness in ourselves. A lot of consciousness takes place. That whatever you were thinking back in time now makes some sense, and the dots connect after looking backwards. In fact, it gives you a purpose to be mindful and be in the now, experience fully, and be happy about whatever is happening. Acceptance also is a byproduct of being in that state. So writing does help. And professionally, when we are thinking about it, you may be in any profession. I feel that if you are grounding yourself with some kind of a hobby like writing, it definitely, at the end of the day, you can sleep at peace when you have poured everything which you've probably had in your head, and you could write it in the form of a poem or in the form of a prose or diary or a journal.
Yeah, it does. So professionally, it gives an edge over others,
So basically, once you are back from office, you want to probably, just bring that stress to a minimal level. And when you are able to pour it down or give it a structure, I mean, I'm not talking about structure, but when you pour your thoughts in words, it just helps you relax and regenerate, which actually helps you work better in your work days when you are at office.
Okay.
Yeah, it boosts you. It gives you energy.
Okay, thank you.
I just want to ask Tanushi, what kind of people are engaging with your social media platforms? आपने बताया कि आपका Facebook का page है, Create, Believe, Inspire, and you are active on Instagram also. So I want to know, are young people engaging with you? Are they embracing this writing as a therapy or writing as a hobby?
So after I gained confidence, and around 2017 I opened this page, Create, Believe, Inspire. So since the last 3 years, I have had so much love coming from the youth. Mainly age group is 20s, early 20s to early 30s. This is the age group of boys and girls who message me sometimes, who actually say that your words are helping us. Sometimes when I'm low, I just read your poetry and I feel better. So these kind of messages makes a lot of difference to a poet like me. I feel like, okay, now then I feel kind of responsible for writing whatever I'm putting up there, because I know that there are young people actually looking at it and having an impact. So I really think Facebook and Instagram is the trend of poetry is coming up in a very big way. And nowadays, at least what I've observed in India, or maybe even abroad, they are looking at simple English poetry. Like you don't have to have a great vocabulary and
Heavy words.
yeah.
Right.
Basically, it has to be simple language poetry, and it's really coming up in a very big
तो
way.
जो आजकल के youngsters हैं वो इससे resonate कर रहे हैं poetry से. They want to pick it up. They want to understand it in a simple way so that they can embrace it more, right?
I would Instagram celebrity. She's like a celebrity, Rupi Kaur. If you've heard of this poet, she's a very famous poet, and if you read her poems, they are simple, but they have deep meaning, and they can a lot of young people and a lot of younger generation can relate to it. She even does she performs poetry also. That now she's gone into all that also, but how she rose is through simple writing poetry, and her books also. If you read her books, so these are the kind of poets that are coming up on Instagram and Facebook. And I can see young people really, even if they're not writing poetry, they are reading poetry, which is a very good thing. At least now we have readers from all age groups coming up and actually reading our poetry.
At least they're engaging, you know, that's
They're
a good
engaging,
thing.
yeah.
So Samita, the writing is not only for you, it is actually motivating others too.
Yes, मतलब लोग encourage हो रहे हैं कि अगर ये लिख सकते हैं तो हम भी, you know. Prachi, coming to you, you know, we are all living in the world of likes and those hearts and everything where everybody's wanting attention, you know. But actually we are all very lonely. जब परेशान होते हो तो आप फोन करते हो तो लोग उठाते नहीं हैं. I'll call you back. So look, how does writing help you process loneliness or, you know, dealing with your own emotions? What is your opinion on this?
You know, Samita, I did touch this point. Yes, this is a very interesting thing in today's scenario. And social distancing or no social distancing, I think people, even before social distancing, were very lonely. You know, people
They
are lonely in their hearts. You have 400 friends on your Facebook, but either you don't want to call any one of them and share and have a heart-to-heart, or you don't have anyone. You know, that's happening with a lot of people these days. So as I touched upon this, you know, writing actually becomes your best friend, because I can pick up a paper and a pen at any time of the day or night and just pour out my feelings, and without thinking that I will have to show those words to anyone. You know, that is something, that is the internal dialogue I was talking about. You know, I urge this, not only the younger generation, I actually urge everyone that when you start writing, don't think that I have to put it on a public domain, or don't think that somebody will read. I should write only when somebody is there to read. You should actually start by writing thinking that nobody is going to read this. And you should actually not even show it to anyone till you reach a point where you are willing to show it to someone. So this internal dialogue with a pen and paper in your hand becomes your best friend over a period of time, because when you have nobody to have a heart-to-heart with, you can have it with yourself. I'm telling you, yourself is the best thing about this whole writing being a therapy.
Yes, because writing brings in a lot of self-awareness, and when you're aware of your own shortcomings and your strengths and your own self, you have more control over your mind and emotion, you know. So I think,
and Samita, you know, you're not judged. These are the biggest fear among people that I've realized is they don't want to talk to anybody because they have the fear of being judged. So when you're writing, you cannot be judged. You don't have that fear. True. And you can write anything you want. And even if it's not self-awareness, even if there is no motto behind it, you just went out. And that's the therapy.
So Prachi, we can say you write your heart and mind out. That's simple.
Absolutely. And believe me, that is such a, you know, the feeling that you get after just pouring your heart out is amazing.
Amazing. Yeah. You know, writing ने मुझे personally बहुत help किया है, because it has helped me get over many things which I was stuck with for a very long time. For even 7-8 years, मतलब there were certain issues or certain insecurities, as you guys have discussed, which I was stuck with. So I just wrote it on papers, like 6-7 papers back to back. You just write down everything. No judgment is there. You know what you are at the end of the day. You're so aware कि मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है. And I usually just stash it in the corner of a drawer or somewhere, and later on I burn it, you know. So
Yeah.
anyway, so Reshma, tell me, आपको क्या
Yeah.
motivate करता है to write, you know, to bring out your feelings? For me, it is sometimes something I feel very passionate about, or something which makes me angry. I want to voice it out. I want to write it, and that is the time when the flow of words and thoughts comes beautifully, you know, unhindered. आप अपना emotion और motivation मुझे बताइए. What is it that makes you write?
So the motivation comes from all these feelings which we express as a human being. And होता ये है कि आप बहुत खुश होते हो, बहुत दुखी होते हो या जो भी है, but your friends are not, or your family members at times are not going to be always there when you go through these emotions. For me, it has always been like, if I go through a emotion and I want to express it, I just put it down on paper. So I have always this paper and pen in all of my bags or all of my purses wherever I'm going. So yeah, and that is how it has been always. So either there is a book which I'll read, or there is a pen and paper wherein I'll start scribbling. If nothing is there, then there are certain apps which you can use, yeah, wherein you can just put it down.
So do you think
Reshma,
writing helps with conflict resolution and avoiding conflicts, unnecessary conflicts? Certain conflicts are necessary, but certain just take your peace of mind.
Definitely, because if you have that ability to express yourself in one or the other ways, you actually understand yourself better. Once you understand yourself better, then you can understand someone else. Otherwise, there is no
Reshma,
understand. Yeah.
so you would like to say like the writing down brings out clarity.
It does.
Because
It
there
does.
is a lot of clutter in your mind, so it declutters it.
Of course,
Right?
it brings you from chaos to peace. That's what
Yeah.
everybody else is also saying, and we are on the same page, I feel, wherein, you know, it just brings us down to that calm environment, calm state of our mind, wherein we have now put it on paper and we are relaxed. And it gives you so much of strength within to just be yourself, express yourself, and accept yourself in the way you are as a being. And that's really important.
Yes, yes.
So I just want you all to once touch upon, you know, like you have been writing for some time now, and I just want you to just, starting from Prachi, Tanushi, and then Reshma, I mean, let's just go over how you have seen personal growth, how it has changed you as a person, so that our audience जो देख रहे हैं उन्हें समझ में आए कि how beneficial it is for your peace of mind, happiness, and you growing as a person, you know, other than just writing and venting out. Aapko emotionally, mentally, how has it helped you? Starting with Prachi, let's.
So, Soumitra, 3 or 4 days ago, you gave me a call when you had this idea in your head that we should have a discussion on how writing can be a therapy. And, from that day, I was wondering that what is it that I can bring to the table, which my viewers won't find on Google? What is it that I can tell you, which nobody else can? So why am I here? What contribution can I make to this whole discussion? And, by now I realize that it is my personal experience that is exclusive to me. Okay, so this is the only thing that I can tell my viewers, which they won't find anywhere. And as per my personal experience, it has been a very short experience. I've been writing on a public domain only for a few months, and the sense of freedom, that it liberates you in a way. So that sense of freedom, that sense of feeling liberated by your own thoughts, and there's a part of your mind, there's a side of your mind which you never exercise actually, because your mind runs through the day in a very trained manner, like work mein ye karna hai, ghar pe ye karna hai. But those 5 minutes or 10 minutes when you actually sit down to pen your thoughts, a very different side of your mind gets exercised. It quenches, to me actually, it quenches that thirst of my brain, wherein those muscles get activated, which have been lying dormant, I don't know for how much time. And that is the sense of achievement that I get after writing down however good, however bad it is. So that is all I can tell you by my personal experience.
Lovely. Tanu.
Feeling really happy that Prachi and Reshma, it's like they're talking for me. I feel like we are all in the same page.
Same page.
Alike. And it's really nice to hear these kind of words from more writers. So what happened after these two books were published was I wanted to also cater to the Indian market. And that's how Pursuit of Sunshine in the Rain happened. That is my latest book, which got published last August. This book is basically about how I became peaceful, how I became this person that I am today, and I give my whole credit to writing poetry. So I have divided it into 5 phases: dark clouds, and it's raining. Basically, to try and say that my mind was initially in a very dark place, and slowly, how I gained confidence, how I felt free from within, how I finally gained that freedom. As you said, liberated. I literally felt liberated towards the end of this book while finishing this book. So this book is like you can say, a autobiographical method of just writing poetry and saying how I finally gained that freedom through poetry. So this latest book is all about this therapy. You can call it a very therapeutic book, and I have gained the reviews that I have got after people have read. I have felt really satisfied because again, a lot of young crowd has read. I think most of my poetry resonates with the young crowd, from 18 to maybe 35, and they all are saying that it resonates with them. It's all about heartbreak. It is about depression. It is about uh, motherhood also, and it is about women, about how women face so many problems and how we tend to just keep quiet. It's about a whole lot of issues. This book I have written about various things, also about family, also about parents, everything. So I think any it's like a self-help book. I call it a self-help book because anyone who reads it will kind of relate to it. For at some point of their life, they must have felt something like that. It's for all ages actually. So that is what writing has done for me. I have finally found a freedom to I found my voice. I found a way to speak to others and speak to myself. And I find it meditative. People talk about yoga. For me, okay, yoga is also very yoga. Of course, everybody should do. But for me, this writing has also been like a sort of meditation. It really gives me a lot of. After writing, I kind of feel like I've done, because I think when you write, you're focusing all your energies into writing. You shut down from the world, and all you do at that point is you and your thoughts. It's just you and your thoughts. So I think it is very meditative.
तो तनु, आप ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि राइटिंग ने आपकी पहचान आपसे खुद से करा दी.
यस, आपने सही बोल दिया. यस, बिल्कुल.
Very nicely expressed, ma'am. Writing ने आपकी पहचान आपसे खुद से करा दी.
So it's beautiful writers with us, and हमने सबकी बात सुनी, सबकी बात को पहचाना.
Reshma is still to tell us how it is.
Okay.
Yes, Reshma is
So,
like
yeah, so I think the sense of achievement, or rather, I will call the sense of peace which I get from writing is abundance and love. Because I have a deep belief that if we are doing something so genuinely with an open heart, that expression becomes a purest form in itself. And that is how I look at poetry and everything in general. And poetry has made me realize that life in itself is so beautiful. It's abundant with opportunities. You don't have to, you do have your own downfalls and go through a lot of ups and downs in life, but then you have to bounce back. That's how you learn. Like when you scribble it down, you look back at those pages when you have cried your heart out and you read it to yourself. That's like you are drinking a drink to yourself and giving a toast to yourself and reminding yourself that, okay, this is what I did. Probably, I don't want to get back to this. I will rise back. I will actually rise like a phoenix and get better next day. Yeah, this is how I look at everything. And yeah, it has been a beautiful journey so far. And I
So-
think all my readers, whoever has read the poem, like the kind of simplicity in the poems, which I would carry forward in the things. I definitely carry forward in my poetry also. I have written a lot of haikus and all, which are motivational haikus, which I intend to share with the world in the coming times, definitely. Also, the 12-word poetry, which I'm really passionate about sharing. Yeah, these are a few experiments which came from the sense of achievement or sense of peace which I got from the past. And yeah, it gives us the confidence to just be and chase our dreams.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, Samrita, I would like to share something here very amazing. This how writing helps as a therapy. So, one of my client, I was like told him to write his whatever sob story that person was carrying, right? So, I told him to write in a paper, and he wrote it. And I told him, okay, now read it to me. So that person was keep reading it, and I made him read it 10 times. 10 times. And after 11th time, he said, it's rubbish. It's
Yeah.
rubbish. And it was actually a realization what I'm doing. I mean, he was clear now. He understood, and I need not to give any kind of solution. It was
True.
himself solved. So yes, writing is a very, very excellent tool for your managing emotions and feelings.
And that brings me to our last question, ma'am, to all three of them before you conclude the session.
Yeah.
With mobile, आजकल स्पेलिंग नहीं याद रहती है जब तक ऑटो करेक्ट आपको बताता नहीं है या पॉपअप नहीं आता है.
True, true.
And the whole charm of writing on a pen and pencil with a paper and a pen is dying. Either it's on mobile or latest तो है कि अगर कुछ thoughts आ रहे तो उसको record कर लो, बाद में सुन के transcribe कर लेंगे. What can we do to encourage writing, not just as a talent but also as a therapy or a creative activity or a hobby? There are open mics for poetry, but very few. So I would like to have your comment again, starting from Prachi, Tanushi, and Reshma, because that's how you're visible to me.
Sure,
So,
sure.
what can you do to encourage the youth, and what do we need more open mics and platforms where people can go and express and can use this more therapeutically in a creative way for their own growth and passion? So, Prachi, yeah.
Yes, so I'm a very paper person. So if I wouldn't resort to my mobile to write anything. I need a pen and a paper in my hand. I need a book in my hand. I cannot use pages. This is a problem with me. So yeah, but I feel that let's go with the generation. You see, if the generation wants to write, type it instead of writing it, so be it. It's an expression. What is important is the expression of your thought. How you do it, well, it's okay. Writing is dying down. I think that is how technology is taking us over, but that's okay. But yeah, the point that you said, that how do I inculcate the habit of writing among the younger generation? I think that needs to start from schooling, apart from all the other things which I don't feel are right in the education system, keep aside. But the fact that the children they need to have a class wherein they should be just left to write whatever they want to write. That has to come from their teenage or maybe earlier even. That is how it stays with them. That is how they learn that I have a medium where I can express. Whether or not I decide to put it on a public domain is up to me. But the fact that I should know that I can write and use it as a therapy is important. That should start, I think, in their schools. Yeah.
Tanu.
Great. Tanu, your word, yeah.
So I have observed open mic poetry, and I have attempted one open mic poetry in Bombay. So it's really coming up in the big cities, and and I am hopeful that it will only increase from here, and it will go to B town cities, and gradually everybody will have these reading sessions. Either you should have these book clubs where you have reading, poetry, storytelling sessions where people cultivate reading and writing. That's how when you read, more you read, you want to write. you know, so you should have these book clubs and reading sessions, poetry reading sessions, storytelling reading sessions, which are there in big cities, which I've observed in Bombay, Delhi, and Bangalore, places like these. I hope it also starts in small town cities where, you know, all people kind of gain interest and everybody kind of understands the importance of reading and writing gradually. Talking about open mic poetry, I think it's doing really well, and because of this open mic poetry, stand or spoken word poetry, people are able to voice uh, on topics which are usually not spoken about. So people are finding ways to vent out their anger. You can call it frustration. At least they found a platform where they can say what they want to really say. So I think
Yes.
it's a very good medium also to promote poetry and yeah, promote poetry or writers in general. Yeah.
Okay.
Reshma.
Yeah, so my view about writing poetry is, I think we should, encourage writing with a pen and using a paper, because when you use the digital medium, you do connect with yourself. However, when you write it, you are actually connecting with yourself in a much deeper manner. And that's how I look at writing. So the way, we have talked about that we can have a session, a class in the school wherein children are taught to write. I really hook up to that and look up to having such kind of classes in the classrooms happening in the schools, so that children actually write. And writing does make a huge difference in the way we process our thoughts, articulate our thoughts, and put it down to ourselves first, and then to everyone else. And apart from that, I think, yeah, spoken word and everything else also is growing. In cities like Pune, we have certain cafes wherein poetry open mics are happening, and it's really wonderful to see that people come, express themselves, and they are reading their thoughts out in public domain. And it's beautiful seeing budding youngsters who are not aiming to be an author as such. However, they just want to express themselves, which in itself is really therapeutic and good way to connect with others and good way to express yourselves. Yeah.
Thank you, Reshma.
Also,
Thank you.
I would also like to say one
Okay.
more thing, that certain poetry retreats are getting arranged in cities like Pune. So which can be a very good platform wherein you just meet over the way you do campings and all. You can have camping retreats for poetry, wherein poetry or music in general, wherein you are coming up with your own creativity and discussing it with your kind of folks, and just being yourself.
True, true,
Yeah.
true.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Reshma. So
Most
first
welcome.
of all, it's time to, I think, close down. And I really, really thank Soumyata for bringing such a platform for all of us. And I'm
Yeah.
really, really thankful to all the writers here. So
Thank
to
you.
give us a very new insights, in fact, right?
Yeah.
Earlier, people used to think writing is not their cup of tea. Writing is
True.
somebody, you have to be very good in literature or something like that. Well, those who can't write poetry doesn't mean they can't write. You can write your journal. You can write simply what is in your mind. So I would like to say here to all my viewers, pick up your pen, pick up your papers, and start writing down your heart and mind. It's a medium, it's a great medium for your expression of your emotions, of your feelings, which I don't know how much, from how long we are suppressing in our mind, So there are so many things in your mind which maybe from a decade or so. So pick up your pen, pick up your paper, and start writing whatever comes to your mind. So Soumyata, what you say?
I mean, you asked me what I say.
What is your view on this?
Yes. So my view is this, that yes, I'm a very lazy person when it comes to writing, but I have some substantial evidence in my own life that how writing has brought me a lot of self-awareness. जब आप खुद को जान जाते हैं और अपने इमोशंस पे और अपने माइंड पे मास्टरी कर लेते हैं, तो आपको बहुत सारी चीजें पता चल जाती हैं, स्पेशली जब आप ये समझ लग जाते हैं कि which place are you operating from, how you are in your head and what are your biases, what are your strengths, your weakness, और आप कैसे चीजों से और लोगों से deal करते हैं. It's a very empowering feeling. And it's a free therapist, let me tell you. Nobody charges you by the hour for writing. Please explore it. Explore kariye. You don't need to have a literature background. You don't need to be of a creative mindset or a bent. Sab engineers hain yahan pe, aap dekh sakte hain. And you know, they're all from BCom, MCom, and you know, engineers, civil engineers.
Different backgrounds, yeah.
Yeah, Fauji backgrounds. So the whole purpose of the session was to tell people that start writing. It will come to you. It is not a rocket science, and enjoy the process, grow with it, nurture yourself, your feelings. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Soumyata. Before you close down,
Yeah,
I would like to close it with a punchline for the session.
Please.
So I say, write your mind and heart so you liberate yourself.
Yes, true.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Such a beautiful thought. Thank you, Prachi. Thank you, Tanushri.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Suman ma'am, for agreeing to be part of this. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
I hope you
thank you so
enjoyed
much,
and-
Soumyata.
No, come on. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. And let's
Thank
connect offline after this. And thank you so much. I'm ending the session now. Bye, guys. See you.
Bye.
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 Okay, bye.